Hey guys, it's Matt the Woodshed Barber, and today we are going to be talking about the Andis ReVite. The Andis ReVite. It's a clipper that's been out for, a little bit over a year now, I think, somewhere around that mark. And honestly, it's one that I did not think I was ever going to review. Whenever it first came out, there were some reviews that came out on it saying that whenever you would adjust the blade and you would close the blade, that the blade would end up popping off. And that has to do with its new technology that I think honestly is pretty innovative. I decided to get it, test it out, and it surprised me a lot. I actually enjoy this little clipper. So, without further ado, let's get into this. So, the blades, notice I said blades on this thing. This is where this clipper is super innovative. I believe that there's a lot of innovations in the market right now that, for one, are not needed, two, don't fully make sense, and three, are not what we've been asking for. So this kind of stands in the gap of two very different clipper systems. You've got your detachable blade clippers and you've got your adjustable clippers. Well, this kind of merges them into one. So the space of innovation and potential in this innovation is crazy. Now, the one I got is the black and metal, just because I prefer that. I love having a metal clipper. The other one, the white one, it does have a plastic base. I don't know how that one feels in the hand. I know that this one feels pretty great. But the blades are what make this thing interesting. So it does come with detachable, adjustable blades. It's never happened before. So it comes with the fade blade, which you can just pop off easy and pop back on. The taper blade. And now the blades are not, they're not the master blade and they're not the master fade blade, but they're close. Now, I do know that Filthy Blends has come out with a bracket to where you can actually put those blades on this, which I've got one ordered. That's absolutely going to be something I cover. I'm very excited to get that in. But the potential for the blade systems on this is what makes me so excited. Not only can you have something that adjust, they could build in a click onto one of these. They could, have different arm options. They could even, if they wanted to, come up with a snap-on blade that does not have an arm for balding out. The potential of this clipper is mind-boggling. So, blade-wise, sky's the limit. I'm going to say for potential, 10 out of 10. Right now, with these blades that are available for it, I would say 9 out of 10. They are good blades. The fade blade actually mimics the surgical fade blade that they've got. And the taper blade, also really good taper blade. Now, because of the way that the screw holes are on here and not being recessed, they do not accept the double magnetic guards, which is a bummer. But it does accept, of course, the guards that come with it, but it does also accept the single magnetic guards from Andis. If you guys have had those, they fit the NV. So same kind of platform. But blade-wise, of what comes with the clipper, I'm going to say 9 out of 10. For the potential, shoot, let's go 12 out of 10.
Pop the hood. 2JZ engine, no shit.
So the power of this clipper is, definitely because of those blade systems, very different. It is a rotary motor with 5,500 RPM, so it is underpowered. But because of the way that they can make the blades different going forward, it could be a better finesse clipper. I don't think this is a going through bulk clipper, at least not yet. With a more powerful motor, it would be definitely one for that. But now, it does not come with a charging dock. It does not come with any kind of special charging capabilities. There's no USB-C. It's a typical plug-in cord. But for $114 on Amazon, that's not that bad. But the sound, not terrible, not grating. It is louder than I'd prefer. It's not as, I've gotten used to these brushless clippers like the TPOB X and the Babeless FX, Boost, and those are quiet clippers in comparison. But it's also not as loud as a Senior. It's not as loud as the Instinct or the Rebel. I mean, it's a pretty quiet clipper, and I think it's great for finesse cutting. Having a slower moving blade allows you to have a little bit more forgiveness in the way that you approach taking out lines. For the power, because it doesn't go through bulk, I'm going to say 7 out of 10.
You're in dire need of an upgrade. Systemic, top to bottom.
This is where this thing shines. The blade design by itself is revolutionary. What I do love about this is the way it feels in the hand. Now, I put this in a category that I put the Instinct, the X Ergo. It is one of my favorite clippers to handle, and that's because it is so comfortable. They have taken this bottom metal part and really given it a nice round edge, even a place for your fingers to go here in the back. And it's different from a lot of these other companies that just kind of copied Wall with their finger placements. These are just very subtle, but the way that the curve is around the back, it just feels really nice. And it's also a very low profile clipper. It's not very wide, it's not very thick. It's pretty comfortable. The taper arms that are on this thing, everything from how they've kind of merged the master arm to something more new age. It sticks out just right. It's not as tight to the body as the master is. It just gives a lot of comfort in use. I love these taper arms. Probably my favorite ones that Andis has ever had. I would prefer them put these right here on every clipper that they make, whether it be whatever replaces the Envy, whether it's this, whether it's a new master. I love the feel of this taper arm. In my personal opinion, design is 10 out of 10. I love this clipper. They also put a flat black rubber pad right here for grip. And so it's, if it was just slick plastic and slick metal, it could be a slippery clipper, but because of that right there, it's not. And so, once again, great design.
Because the way that my bank account is set up, the thing is, I got a checking in the savings, but all my money is in the savings.
The price is pretty fair, man. Now granted, when it first came out, it was more expensive, but now you can get these on Amazon, I think for like $114. I mean, that's pretty nice. $114. Now, with that, it's the same price for both, but they gave you options. There's a black with the fade blade with the metal body. There's the white or cream color. I can't really remember exactly what color it is, but it's a plastic body and it comes with the taper blade. The blades are $50 each, so kind of expensive, but once again, capabilities. Price, I would say pretty fair. I'd say it's a 9 out of 10.
They've done studies, 60% of the time it works every time.
Now, like I said before, performance-wise, I would not go through bulk with this. I've tried it, not going through bulk with it. However, once they open up the capabilities of this blade system, you never know what the performance might become. So just because you have it doesn't mean it's the end of the world if you don't like the performance. I will say that for what I'm using it for a lot of blending, a lot of fade touch-ups, getting out shadows, all that kind of stuff. It's become kind of like what my X Ergo is for me, kind of becoming more of a fading clipper. And so because of that, because of the way it feels in the hand, I love how it goes through, those little touch-up points, using the corners, all that different stuff. As far as that goes, I really do love this clipper. So performance-wise, I would say, because I can't go through bulk with it, I'm going to say 7 out of 10. But it's still a 7 out of 10 that I really like. So my final thoughts. This is, the last video I did on Wall with the high-vis, I stated that I'm going to try to be highlighting what good the companies are doing that I'm talking about. So with Andis, I know I went in pretty deep on them with the Master. I do love the Resurge. Stuff like this gives me hope for the future of Andis. It is a very comfortable clipper in the hand. It shows that they're thinking outside the box, and also kind of doing what nobody else is touching on, is how to create a different way to cut. And I do have some things coming up that I'm going to be able to elaborate more on that with this clipper. Can't talk about that right now, but I will. And so I'm excited as far as this clipper goes. The ReVite, I don't like the name too much. The name's kind of weird. I don't even think that's a word. I've been invited to a lot of things. I've never been revited. So, yeah, don't know about that. But despite the name, the clipper itself, I think, is a very nice clipper. It's been a very enjoyable tool to work with. And for the first time in a long time, I haven't had to put a rubber grip on it. So it comes with that. But that's my final thoughts on the ReVite. I do enjoy this clipper. I think if you are looking for something that has a lot of potential to grow, it is a good tool as is. With the taper blade is my favorite blade for it. The fade blade, I use it some, but I mostly use the taper blade. But I would say, try it out. It's a good way to work your way into the Andis platform, and maybe, who knows, maybe it's a sign of things to come. But that's my final thoughts, guys. I appreciate you guys watching this. If I've not said thank you enough, thank you. I enjoy making these videos for you guys. I enjoy giving back to the barber community. And if there's anything you guys want to see coming forward, all this kind of stuff, just put it down in the comments below. I definitely look and read every comment. I try to answer every comment. And so let's keep those comments coming. So please like, subscribe, comment down below. Let's keep the comments kind, humble, honest, but kind. And as always, guys, I'll check you on the next one.